What's up, everybody? My name is Gary Fuller. As you can see, we got some Dunstan chestnuts that we purchased this week. We're going to try to add this into our food plot program. We've never used chestnuts before. I know back years ago, probably 20 plus years ago, at another location, I know the deer really fed on chestnuts heavily, and we just never incorporated them into our food plots. So this is something we're going to do new here for 2024 season. We're going to add this in. We got a food plot right here. This is what we call food plot number 3. We planted it with clover back in the spring, and it rained every day, and the weeds overtook the clover. So we're going to get the trees planted. We're going to come back in here. The clover got a pretty good crop established in here. We're going to come in and try to topsoil it again, and then we're going to topsoil it, and then we're going to bush hog it. So hopefully it'll come through. If not, we'll till it under, plant it in winter oats or rye this season, and wait till the spring and start all over again. So, yeah, we purchased these from Chestnut Hill Outdoors, actually at Walmart. They sell to Walmart and Rural King, and we got these at Walmart. We're going to try to get them planted. We'll show you the steps that we're going to do. We're going to plant them about 35 feet apart. Recommended 35, 40 feet. We're going to do about 35. Some of them is in a 7-gallon pot, and some of them's in a 4-gallon pot. I want to give you a close-up on that's what the label looks like if you're interested in getting some of these. This is not a sponsored video. We bought these with our own money. Still have the price tags hanging on them. $54 a piece. 7-gallon pails. And then, yeah, excuse me a little while ago, I said 4-gallon, but these are 3-gallon pails. And they're $44.74 each. But they're a little rough looking. It's been a big drought this year, and Walmart didn't take good care of them, but I think we can bring them through it. I've been having them soak in water a couple days. The leaves is already green back up. They were totally brown. Still some of them's damaged up there. Some of them here is pretty well bare. Leaves all fell off, like I said. It wasn't taken good care of, but we can see some new buds sticking out here. So we think we can pull them through. Looks like they got a good roots established here. We're going to also dig the hole just a little, not much bigger than this, but a little bit bigger. We're going to add in some compost of goat manure and chicken manure. So that ought to really kick them in. This is another field up here, one of our food plots, number 4. Straight down below number 3. And as you can look, I'm gonna walk down here and show you. We come in here today, earlier today, kept raining us out. We mowed a path. I think we're gonna start right in this area with the first tree, and then go out through there. I think it'll be a good area. We can keep an eye on them, watch them grow, easy to be kept watered and stuff in, and we're just going to use this as our starting section. Like I said, this will be the first ones we planted, but all right, let's get to digging some holes. I'm going to start the first hole right in here. This field sort of angles as it goes out, so we're just going to try to follow the contours of the. We're going to try to start her out here if we can. You don't want the hole much bigger than your base is in. Keeps it from getting air down in it. Helps it also get a root ball established a little faster. I must have dug wherever there's a rock in the field, you know I'll find it. But I got me a hole started. Just a little bit bigger than the root base on this tree. You don't want to go no higher than the container is. With your dirt, you want to keep your tree about dead level with the ground and get it put in. When you get to this one set in, you want to make sure it's pretty straight, leaning like we're planting it on a hillside. You want to make sure it's not leaning downhill, it's more straight. If not, leaning uphill just a little bit. Whew. This digging's hard on a fat boy. But no, I think these chestnuts will be a good add-on to the farm, and our plans is to add a lot more fruit trees, a lot more chestnuts, a couple different varieties. But, we wanted to show you this. I ain't gonna let you have to watch me film this because I'll have to stop 50 times because it's like 88 degrees, humidity, and it looks like it's getting ready to pour the rain. But I want to tell you too though, we got this composted goat and chicken manure. That's why we'll clean the hole out just a little bit bigger, put it in there. Ought to have some good microbes and stuff in it for help soil health and get it started there. But we'll bring you back in a few minutes when we get ready to plant the tree, and you don't want to watch me dig a hole. Well, as you can see, we got rained out. He was hotter than blue blazes. Got out there trying to plant. Still see the tractor sitting out there. I got the hole dug, got the chestnut set in the hole. We're going to look at it, and we got rain. So, all right, we made it back out here in between rainstorms. I'm going to try to get this one set. We got the hole dug, probably about 8 inches deep. This container wasn't all the way full, and we're building our berm up around the hole so you can see where it's on a hillside, pretty steep hillside, so it will catch the water. Get this pulled over here. All right. What you want to do is where they grow in these pots, they get a little bit root bound. You want to go around and bust this root ball up. You don't want to be really rough. Just bust it up. It does, it stimulates it. See how it brings your roots out? It stimulates this root ball to grow. See how there, look at there. And it grows around itself. So you want to pull these apart. Like I said, you don't want to be too rough. Then when you're doing it, you're taking some of the old bark and stuff they use to plant the prod in. What we have here is we got a mixture of, well, composted, a mixture of goat manure, chicken manure. It's been composted for about 3-4 years. That ought to give us a good soft base to get the roots started in. Also, this tree, where it is on such a steep hill, you want it as straight up as possible, but our wind comes from the west this way, and we want to lean it just a little bit uphill to fight the wind pressure. And what we're going to do We got her set in here pretty good. Push down, making good soil contact. We're going to take a lot of this soil here. We got plenty of it, so we're not worried about running it out. We want to make sure it's got a good amount around soft soil around it so the roots can get started quick. This ought to have a lot of good microbes in it for the soil. Ought to make a good start here. I'm just going to pour the whole bucket in there. There's a rock. What you want to do is take your hands and work it down in between the root ball, because you'll get air pockets in here. And you take your hands, push it down in there, and push them air pockets out. As you're going, tamp your soil down. Not really tight, but good. All right, it's fairly well straight, but this with a light lean uphill. Over the years, the wind pressure will push it just a little bit, but we got it pretty well where we want it right now. Just push down on it, make sure it's got good soil contact. All right, we're going to take the dirt and put around it. This dirt's pretty wet. We had that rain come in, as we was telling you, with another storm was coming. We're in between storms. Got another one moving in. It's calling for heavy rain. We'll try to get this one done. So you work dirt clods, if it's got any grass in it around, try to get them out of there. Just push this down. As you go, you want it to firm up so that the tree will hold up. I like to take my fist and push them in. It does better than your flat hand. So like I said, we left a little berm here for later on that it'll catch the rain up on this steep hill and try to hold it in here. All right, that looks pretty good. You can see here, we kept you want to keep your your tree at the ground level it was in the pot. You won't want to get up on your tree because it'll start to bark, rust, to rot. Then you don't want that. Put a little bit more dirt around in here. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, this is what she looks like after we got her put in. And as you said, you can see our little berm we left up around here. Should help catch some water. We're going to bring back a 5-gallon pail of water and water it in. But like I said, we're getting ready to get a big rainstorm, so probably don't really need to, but we're going to do it anyways. But that's what she looks like here. And you can see the clouds that the rain is coming. It's already drizzling, but this is a new coming out on it, as you can see, and there's another one. So getting the water to it really made a big difference. I mean, just in a few days, these started coming out really good. I believe we can pull them out of it. They were in really bad shape though, but Here's a little bit better shot of the root. Like I was trying to tell you, you don't want the dirt to come up over top of this. Right here is probably all right, but you don't want it to come up here. But this is what you call hardened off. You really don't want to put it on there after it's been hardened off in the sunlight. So we try to leave it just like it was, where they had it planted. But we just wanted to give you a recap on it on after we got it done. I'll show you what it looked like. And I can feel the rain coming right now, so we're going to get out of here. Just wanted to let you see what it looked like. We'll maybe try to get out here tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to call for 90% heavy rain, so I don't know what it's going to do for sure, but we'll try to get out here this week and get stuff done. But that's the first one. All right, we made it out here, back out here this morning, so the following day. You see, I went and hauled a little bit more dirt, a little bit more topsoil, and put around this. I just didn't like the way it was sitting so flat, and I made a little bowl in here to help catch the water a little bit better, rainwater. And went ahead and laid took the trees out approximately where they're going to go, but I got a measuring wheel here, and we're going to try to get it close. I mean, we're not doing no rocket scientist stuff. We're just getting it close. Just planting trees for deers. Just remember that. But yeah, I wanted to bring you back out here and show you what it did. I just didn't like the way I left it last night, and thought about it after when this in and when it was raining, and I like this better. I built this whole bank up right in here, and like I said, I built a little bit of a water catch here. What I'm gonna do later on after we get done is I'll put some cloth over this and some probably some wood chips. I got some hay in the chicken coop that's got a lot of dried manure and stuff in it. I'm gonna put that on there and then probably put a tarp over top of it. I mean a landscape fabric over top of it. So, but I'm gonna try to run out through here and spray with some spray paint where we're going to set the trees. At least get them close. I'm still thinking 35 foot. I'm going to measure 30 to see what it looks like. But I believe 35 foot all the way out there will be a good spacing. Cleaned up that area out there this morning. We had a big brush pile out there. Couldn't get through our road that we have in there. Deer like to come out of that opening right there. And we'll work on our beehives a little bit later on, but got that done first. That's where actually I got this dirt from. We'll get a couple more loads from out there and put them in here. All right, let's get to work, get this done. Enough talking. That's really close for guessing. Yeah. All right, we got everything set out 35 foot. I believe that'll be a great spacing right there for everything. Reason you put them so far apart, when they're full grown, they'll branch out about 20 foot, so 10 foot on each side of the tree, so you want adequate spacing between each one. I looked up for them when they get there growing to be about 40-45 foot tall. But you're talking about, you know, quite a few years down the road, but might be something my grandkids and granddaughters, grandsons, they'll be able to use. My son, I might not see all of it ever grow there, but we can't plant for just us. We gotta plant for our kids in the future. So I sort of enjoyed this ideal of doing this. I like to give back to nature, and if it'll improve for the deers. We have some bears too. Actually, I have quite a few bears anymore here in Virginia. A few of them get to be a nuisance, but turkeys, we don't get a whole lot of turkeys here. We only got approximately 50 acres, and we got a few residential deer on our place, but like I said, when the rut's in, we hold the does here. The bucks come in to visit. We got a few local bucks, but they're small. We used to have some big bucks around here, had quite a few big ones. We had some people come in and do some poaching, caught us gone, poached a lot of the big bucks off here, and they just never reestablished themselves. But we're gonna work on getting this done. We'll probably plant a few trees to bring you back and show you everything. Gonna haul some more dirt in around each tree. I just like to have a little bit more topsoil around them than what we're getting out of the holes. That'll also help, give them a better root place to grow their roots into, and keep them from getting some wind damage by them being pushed over. We put a whole tractor bucket of dirt on top of that, so it's quite a bit of weight. We're going to get back to work. We'll bring you back after we get a few trees planted and keep you informed. I try to not make it just too boring, but sometimes you need to tell what you're doing. So this little thing's handy. It was expensive to buy when I bought it. Never even took the daggone tag off of it, but it was $60 or something like that. But when you're trying to plant stuff or check your yardage for shooting your bow, your rifle, you want to get it, really close, this little thing's handy. So y'all invest in one of them, yardage marker, planting your trees, getting your volume for your seed and your fertilizer. You can go around your plots and get all your numbers and add them up. Make sure you're putting the right amount of, if you use fertilizer, lime, seed ratios, this little thing is handy. But it's nothing sponsored. I try to buy everything, that we do get a sponsorship on something, we'll tell you. But enough talking. I'm gonna get to planting. Seeing what we're doing here, we're going getting us some good topsoil. Still got a lot of rocks in it. I know you can't see it. Topsoil's good. That thing is full of little fine rocks, but it all works out again in the long run that the soil is really good soil. But you got to deal with the little limestone rocks. Of course, it helps keep your pH up on your soil. A little old fine limestone decomposes over the years, and Plants will feed off of it, and the microorganisms will help dissolve it. But there's going to be our next pile. I'm going to go get another load. Try to put them out through there, close to where they're going, and get that part done. And then we can come back and dig the holes, because I want to put, I got a bunch of mulch and compost I want to put around these. So, but we're getting there. She's going to look pretty good out through there. So you see what we did? We come in here, brought in some topsoil, and then we brought in some mulch to put around them here. This one looks pretty rough, but I see some little buds coming out on it. We're going to put some water to them. Field looks good. I couldn't stand it. I had to mow it. I was going to kill it off, but you can look and see there's a lot of clover growing up in here, so I'm going to top seed it again. Turn this tractor off. I'm going to top seed it again. But I got it mowed. I just couldn't stand to think about killing it out and seeing all this nice clover in here. The weeds took over the clover, but I'm going to top seed it with another round of clover. I believe it'll come in. I know deer has been feeding it every evening. They like to bed down in that area down in there, and they come out right in there. But there's a lot of clover that did make it, that just the weeds was stopping it from showing. I top seeded this part up here already, and about there where Winston's at right there. From there down, I'm gonna do the rest of the top seeding in here, and I'm letting the where I mowed it down, letting the grass try to dry up a little bit. Then I'm gonna bring the mower back in here and blow it out and try to where it's not in patches. But enough of that. We got to get these chestnuts done. I just wanted to show you that the main important thing is, after you do this, you bust the root ball up. It sort of puts your plants in shock, and they need a lot of moisture to recoup. But I got them all in the ground. Got one up here. Got to bring in some more dirt and some more wood chips, but most of them's done. But I wanted to show you this in here. So all right, what I want to talk about is when you get these in, they get what's called root bound, and your roots will grow around in the pot, where in nature they would grow outwards. But when you grow them in a pot, they'll encircle the pot, and you got to bust them up. You take your hands in there and you bust it up. You're not being really rough, just gentle enough to make the roots loosen up. Get them set in here the way you want it. And we use spring water, so we don't like to use chlorinated water, but where you live at, that might be all you have. But we got a spring. We left this one undone so we can show you. He's a little leaning uphill a little bit, but adequate water. Sort of pour it slow and let it just seep in. We got all this filled around here with chicken manure and goat manure combination. Should be full of microorganisms that'll help improve the soil. Just pour it on slow. As you see, we sort of built a little berm up here. I'll bring some more dirt in and fix this up. This was the last one, so I just wanted to show you what we're doing on it. just let it soak in. As you see, it's holding right now. We got the ground saturated around it, so it's holding water a little bit better for the plant. What we do is, when we first do that, we come in there and we take our hands and we work all the dirt down underneath it to get any air pockets out and stuff. You can see it's holding water pretty good now. There, she's a little straighter that way, but it'll activate all that compost that we put in there and send some good feed to the roots pretty quick. But they look pretty rough, but I'm hoping we're going to bring them out of it. But we're going to get another load of topsoil and bring in here and put out. Then bring the mulch in here and put around it. What the mulch does helps hold the moisture in, and when it rains, it helps. We're going to make it like a bowl. It helps catch what water runoff that would be up here, come in here, and it catches it. Where we're on this steep bank, it doesn't really look steep, but it is. It's quite steep, and we're going to try to dam it up right in here so catch any water runoff. But I hope these will do good. I just see little green buds popping out here. Hopefully, after you get it watered in good and they get over the shock, usually takes them a few days to get over the transplant shock, but I think they'll be all right. We're going to go try to get another load of topsoil and another load of mulch, but we want to tell you the main important thing after getting these put in is adequate water. And you want to do it, I don't know if you have to do it every day. It depends on how good your soil holds water, especially after you put mulch on it, but you want to do it at least every other day. So let's get on out here and get some more work done. This turned into a job, but I think it'll pay off over the years. Bringing the deer, holding the deer on here in the fall. We got a lot of white oak trees, but it seems like every year now we've been having a die off with them. Got some kind of new moth that's moving in, killing the white oaks, and they flew over to, I guess the state or government did, they flew over and sprayed all these mountains and all the trees, and I don't know if it helped or whatever they done, but you know how the government does. But enough said, we're going to go out here and get some more. So we'll hop on the tractor and go get another load. All right, everybody, we got her done. If you can see there behind me. Been a 2-day job between the rain and the heat and everything, but we got her done, and I'm going to show you how it looks. That's how we done it. First, we brought in a bucket load of fresh dirt, put around it, and then we mulched it, watered it in, and you can look out through there. We'll zoom in on it a little bit. But we got them all in. Like I said, we hauled in some composted dirt, and then we brought in some wood chips. You can already see the new little leaves coming out on it. Look at the new stuff. That's just one day of being in the ground with adequate water. Leaves at the top that were already on there, they may dry up and fall off, but we do have some new life coming here. I'm pretty happy about that. You can see all of them on here popping out. That's just, like I said, that's just one day of being in the ground with adequate water. But I wanted to bring you back, let you see that we got it done. This is, like I said, it was about a 2-day job doing it by myself. If you heard me breathing hard in this, I just got over 8 weeks of pneumonia. So it's been a battle for me, but I wasn't going to let it stop me. And I think they'll do all right. If you want to see some more stuff like this, just let us know in the comments. Please give us a like and share this video, because it'll help us out for YouTube to put it out there for more, that they know that you want to see this kind of content. But we thank everybody, and we'll see you next time. Appreciate you.